Welcome, community. Hello, everyone. Hello, world. Let me just get more people into the room. People in YouTube, please come up to the Zoom room. You have the link in YouTube and you can be with us. Today is a super special day because we have the founder of this amazing movement, Niraj Naik. So I will give him the room in a few minutes because I have a lot of announcements to make. But first, welcome everyone. Super happy and honored to have you all here. Let me know where you're coming from, please. Where you're coming from? I'm in Chile, South America. My name is Claudia. If you don't know me yet, I'm a SOMA Breath Master Transformational Coach. I'm in Latin America, and I've been in SOMA Breath for almost 5 years, or from 2019, almost in the beginning of this beautiful movement. So we have people from Greece, we have people from US, from Denmark, from Belfast, all over. This is the community that we love. You know, that community is the cure. And because we know that community is the cure, I have a very, very important announcement to make today, guys. And I really want you to be open heart into what I'm going to say, because this community has been super huge and bigger and bigger and bigger every single time we do these sessions. So for that, Piotr and I that are hosting these live events are really taking care of everyone's mental health. And we really want to bring this space safe for everyone with respect for the instructors who are doing the sessions, for the people who are behind the scene, like Monica in support, for anyone who works in SOMA Breath. First, let me tell you that we are not bots. There's not bots behind on SOMA Breath. Like every single person who answers you an email, in support, in instructors, everyone is a human being. It's not robots. That's the first thing that I need you to know. Okay, because I know that outside now there's a lot of robots answering emails. This is not the case. So please be respectful with the people who are answering you, because sometimes we can take maybe more than we want, because again, we're humans, right? But believe me, Monica and Carmi, who are behind the support team, they're amazing, amazing women, super women, and they will always going to be for you to help you. Second, please. Oh, I'm going to, yeah, I forgot that. Let me just silence everyone. Okay, okay. So second, please be respectful in this space. So just let me read something. We want to foster a positive and respectful space for everyone. Okay, any rude or any disrespectful comments towards individuals, any gender, in this chat, in this space, we are just going to remove, okay? Because we cannot accept that. We don't want that, okay? We don't want that here. We want everyone to be safe, okay? So please take that in mind. And also, let's continue to support each other with kindness, respect, and empathy. This is what this community is about. So saying that, that is my first message. Second message, who already here is in the app, who have already downloaded the app, who already have the SOMA Breath world in your hand, in your phone, in your computer. Like this is something that you can do every single day if you want to really feel the transformation, right? So please download the app. Monica's already sharing the other link because it's amazing how many tools you will have there. Not only breathwork journeys, you also have breath pharma, right? You have entrainment, you have courses, you have challenges. You can join live sessions every week. So the app is amazing. I really encourage you to get in there and download it today. Second announcement, and really important, stay tuned here. We have an amazing webinar this Tuesday. You don't want to miss that. We have two incredible women, SOMA Breath instructors, who are going to give us her story of success and her life story. That is much more important. And Niraj is going to be there in this interview this Tuesday at 12 p.m. East. Monica is already sharing the link now for you to register. It's for free. It's a free webinar for you to really understand the power of what people around the world, SOMA Breath instructors, are doing. Then I need to say this. We have an amazing platform building up this new community that you can join as well. While we're doing this community or this new community in this new platform with Andy, our new community manager, is because we want to be closer with you, right? Sometimes we just we just miss questions, we miss testimonials here. So if you join that community that Monica already sent the link now, we will be much closer. And also there is where are we sharing new events like My Women of Power. Then you had David with emotional freedom. And in the future, I don't want to say too much, but Piotr is coming into the room and you don't want to miss that. So please be in that community today. Okay. Because let me just amazing how many. Who is? Can you see an echo? No, not now. Okay. Okay, and the last one, before I give Niraj the room. I want to inspire you to think about this because today is about really getting into this sense of that we're living in a very insane world and we're losing a lot about what life really is. It's very important to know this. And I was watching this movie, this TV show. It's the Dying for Sex. Dying for Sex. I really recommend you to go in Hulu or Disney and watch this TV show. This is not about sex, guys. This is about making decision in our life. It's when you have that key point, like you have this moment of your life that you know that you're going to die. In this case, it's about this movie, right? And you're never choosing yourself, never done what you want, never know what your pleasures are, never really, are choosing what you really want to become in this life, and it's too late now. You're dying, right? So this woman in this TV show that I really recommend you to see is just living this extreme life to feel. This is about feeling again in the body. She was so disconnected about what she was. She wasn't really being able to embrace some childhood trauma that she was experiencing. So what I want to mean about this, probably, because it really touched me this year when I saw it. Like, if it's not today, when? When are you going to choose yourself? When are you going to really hear what you are meant to be in this world? What has to happen for you to take that action, that step, that the things that you already know that is happening inside of you because we have that calling, right? So what has to happen when maybe it will be too late, right? It's never late. But if you're dying, for sure it is, right? So what I want you to inspire about this is that choose yourself, choose your intuition, right? If you have that calling, for example, if you come every single Sunday here and you're thinking, oh my God, I would love to be an instructor. How can I do this? I would really love to help people. What are you waiting for? Like, what is the sign that you need to feel to really do this, right? So we have an amazing sales team for you to go and call. You just need to have the commitment, right? They will have payment plans for you to get to be an instructor. And you can be in any part of the business area. You don't need to be a therapist. You can do anything, like, because this is something that you can do, as an extra business. Or maybe you just want to figure out how powerful you are to help people, right? This doesn't mean that you need to quit everything that you already have, because maybe you already love your work, but you're still feeling that calling on helping people, right? So we have different plans here for you guys in SOMA Breath. And that is why I really recommend you to come to this Tuesday webinar, because you will, again, can watch those transformation in people. And so this Dying for Sex is about, remember us, like, life is so, so fragile. And if you're already aging, that's a privilege that you have, like me. Like, I already have that privilege. And also have the privilege of this menopause brain that is making me really think differently and choosing myself now before other people. So I really know what I want to do, and I'm going to just pursue my dreams and pursue my goals and pursue a life of pleasure, right? So I hope that really resonate with you guys today. I think that sometimes we need that, breaking point on, okay, that this is enough of not really trusting in myself and listening to my intuition, and I'm going to do this. And you will have support here as well to understand how this process is, and you will have support in all the process of becoming a SOMA Breath instructor, level 1, 2, or a transformational coach, or whatever you want to become. So saying that, I want to give the room to my amazing friend, founder of SOMA Breath, this person that I'm so grateful for. Actually, I was thinking the other day, like, maybe this is very interesting for me to really find out SOMA Breath in my 50s, because I needed to wait for Niraj to born. Like, if I couldn't really, find this in my 30s because Niraj was a baby, right? So life was perfect for me. Life was like, listen, we need to wait for Niraj to born and to, and to build this movement. And then I was awake. Then it was like, oh, breathwork, what amazing is this, right? So again, there's no coincidences, but I'm really grateful for this amazing human being. So Niraj, please be in the room with me. Where are you?
I'm here. Can you hear
Hi.
me?
Yes.
Yep. Good stuff. All right. So, welcome everyone. Just saw a comment. It's absolutely awesome to be a instructor. Totally recommend it. Awesome. Sarah, thank you for that. And yeah, it's everything that Claudia says. Like, it's a very worthwhile pursuit. And if you're already like certified in some other kind of modality, a lot of our instructors already are. They bring SOMA Breath into their work, and we show them how to integrate it. So if you're like working in therapy, if you're working with trauma, if you're working in a medical situation, or even if you have your own business and you want to integrate SOMA Breath into what you do, we actually show you. We kind of show you how other instructors are doing it as well. So it's easy for you to model. But yeah, now let's move on to the actual topic of today. So thank you so much, Claudia, for amazing introduction. A lot of information, so you can watch the replay if you want to go back and get any of the stuff that was mentioned. But what this session's about is actually what the title is. Is how do we stay sane in a world which has gone pretty insane. And by insane, like actually you could say most of the world is insane, and maybe we're the ones who aren't, but that would be like very egotistical. But no, the world is definitely accelerating, moving, transforming at a rate we've never seen before. There was this really cool video, this someone I really admire called Terence McKenna made years ago called Time Wave Zero, where he made this calculator out of the I Ching and I think Vedic astrology and some other, I think the Mayan calendar. And he came up with this concept of Time Wave Zero, that there'll be a point in time where novelty, the amount of newness, the rate of new things happening will go to an exponential level. And we're on that hockey stick slope right now. And he says that around 2012 is the time when things will accelerate into madness. And actually, I think that was the time when the first AI models started to be developed. It was around 2012. And you see AI is an example of what I'm talking about. Anyone use like ChatGPT here? Or use any of these new tools, like AI agents? There's one called Manus, which is extremely ridiculous. Copilot, some people use. Okay. So you can see how powerful these machines are, right? These tools. And the content that it can churn out really fast. Now, here's the thing. Like, I admit it, and most of us should admit, like, how often do you actually fact check what the AI is putting out into the world? There was a time when everyone trusted Wikipedia. We thought Wikipedia was the truth, all right? And now it's been exposed, for what it is. But here's the thing with AI. It's so easy to generate so much content, right? Easily. That the speed of content being produced is going up like 40% every year. The compound effect of that is insane. It's totally insane. Because there's going to be so much information out there that people aren't even going to have the time to discern what is true and what's not, right? We are going to give up our ability to tell what's the truth to the machines. And whoever's programming those machines will eventually own truth, reality. We will be constructed, you know, how to think, what to believe, and how to act by AI. And here's an interesting link to SOMA, right? So there was a book that was written many years ago by Aldous Huxley, Brave New World. And Brave New World tells a time that's not that different to how things are evolving right now. And that time is where humans are basically genetically engineered into a particular caste system, right? Alpha, betas, epsilons, so on. Not that dissimilar to the Indian caste system thousands of years ago. So what this society is like a very manufactured society. They're not allowed to own any property. They can only mate and interact with people of their own caste or their class. Love is banned, okay, and there's just a lot of sex that happens in this kind of semi-dystopian future, right? And the way, because they're still humans at the end of it, the way the machine, which is Indra, it's called Indra, it's an AI system, a network, Aldous Huxley talked about, which is interesting because Indra is also the Vedic god who was addicted to Soma in the legend of Soma. Indra pacifies everyone by giving them a pill called Soma that makes them forget their worries, all right, and their thoughts. And it gives them like a mental vacation. So I knew that this was a future that was going to evolve. If you know the roots of Aldous Huxley and his brother Julius Huxley, who was the founder of the eugenics movement, and his links to the British throne and all the political powers, you'll know that this isn't just a fantasy story. This is something that's being worked on behind the scenes. Okay, and you can see now the way things are evolving. So cheekily, and because of the link to the Vedic Soma, I called SOMA Breath because it's the original Soma of the breath, the Soma within. And when you understand this, then no pill, no substance, no antidote, no pacifier from the machines or the whoever is the powers that be will have any power over you if you understand how to create the Soma from within, not the pill, right? And if you think about the Soma as an analogy, there's many different sources of Soma that exist today. There's recreational drugs, there's prescription meds, alcohol, cigarettes, there's TV, media, the social media, right? AI. There's so many distractions from the bliss we can create from within. And so many marketing messages taking us away from the bliss that actually is within us. And, we can, from SOMA breath techniques, which are based on these ancient Vedic practices, we can wake up and have a more of a realization and awareness to what truth is, right? And start to really work on our intuition, power of intuition, which is one of the most powerful and important skills we can all learn, because it's the one thing that makes us human, right? It's intuition, human intuition, and our ability to feel and to decide based on deep knowing from within is what makes us human beings, all right? The ability to have empathy, compassion, feeling, understanding, discernment, right? To analyze, cross-reference, to check, fact check. We all have that skill, and that's what makes us human. And that's something we cannot lose in this Maya illusion that has been created. Maya is God's illusion. In Sanskrit, it's the illusion of the universe. It's this exactly what's being created right now by information. The amount of information and the control of information is like, what is true? We don't know what's true anymore. What do we trust? But one thing we can trust is the breath. All right. So that's why I'm so focused on the breath and bringing the breath back. And SOMA Breath is like the antidote to the SOMA that they may try and roll out. And now there's a whole wave of psychedelic therapy. That's a new big thing in fashion. Ketamine. A lot of people forgetting who they are, their worries, their sorrows, just with a dose of ketamine, which then they end up taking often, right? Because it's so easy to get. And it is a bit like a SOMA, right? It only lasts like 30, 40 minutes. You have a major crazy trip. Feels like your brain's had a vacation. You come back and you feel better about what's been happening in your life. And it can actually fix severe depression. But it's a substance. You can't take big doses of ketamine all the time, right? You can't keep doing it. It's small doses. Actually, they call it vitamin K because it can improve your neurogenesis, protect brain cells, all right? But big doses, you don't want to be doing it all the time. You're not going to do mushrooms. Mushrooms are another treatment of waking up, of gaining awareness, right? That's now being used in therapy. But again, we don't want to be doing big doses of mushrooms every day. It's not sustainable. But the breath is something that we now have evidence of being able to create the same changes in the brain patterns and through outcomes, people's experience, as a dose of psilocybin and ketamine used to treat severe depression. This is profound. We have this with the Cambridge University study done on SOMA Breath, peer-reviewed. All right? So that's it. We have that. So we know we can create similar outcomes to things like ketamine, psilocybin. We don't need to be dependent on the substance. Okay? So everyone has the breath of their, within us. This is the God's gift. It gives us the power back. With the breath, you can reduce your dependency on food, stuff. You can even generate body heat. So you don't need to use as Wim Hof's funny thing he always says is, if you do the Wim Hof method, you don't need electricity bills, right? Because you're okay in the cold. It's true. You can generate heat. You can withstand extreme temperatures. You have more stamina. You get less sickness. So if you think about all these things the breath can give you, right? It means like we can be less dependent on stuff and be more empowered to be, self-sufficient. So that's why I'm so driven and so committed to bring breath out there. I believe that God's given me this mission to be the antidote to all of the stuff that takes us away from our bliss. Because I've been the victim of all that. I've been there. I've been down the Maya rabbit hole to the max. I've done it all, right? And sometimes I like to drop into it every now and then. But you can't help it at places like Ibiza and Dubai, like hot spots for temptation. But now I'm much more in control of who I am and what I want and what's right for me and my core values. And that's because of the breath. All right, it's really going deep on the breath work. So let's actually learn some tools using the breath that you can start using, right, for your own benefit. So to start, at least we're gonna do 3 sessions, and they're all on the SOMA Breath app, right? One of them's completely brand new. It's not even on the app yet. We're gonna do it for the first time together. But I want to give you 3 different types of techniques, okay, that you can use at any moment, right, to bring yourself back to center. The first 2 are very good for coming back to the center. The third one, which is a SOMA Breath journey, is a bit deeper. I'm going to explain to you more the benefits when we do it. Let's do the first 2 together because this involves breath entrainment, using your breath and breathing in a certain rhythm and pattern to create a state within. The first one is going to help you turn off sympathetic nervous system, the monkey mind, the worry mind, and bring you into calm, instant calm, right? But this breathing pattern, and there's a normal version for just optimal breathing pattern. Then there's an advanced version that you can practice on the app, right? They're both on the app, but you can do that later on to enhance your abilities. Because what this breathing pattern does is it increases your CO2 tolerance. The CO2 tolerance is important. And the reason why is because it improves your ability to get oxygen to your body tissue cells. So it helps you slow your breathing rate down, improve your CO2 tolerance, have more CO2 in the body. CO2, well, actually normalizes your CO2 level. Most of us are deficient in carbon dioxide. We breathe too much. When you learn to slow your breathing down, we raise CO2. We get normal CO2 levels, optimum efficiency of oxygen, and we feel calm, relaxed, happy. Naturally high, happy, healthy. So let's just do the first one together. So what I want you to do is sit comfortably, back straight. The way we always get into the right posture, because posture is so important, is using the breath. So we take a full breath in, into your diaphragm, then into your chest, fully in. And as you do those, stand tall, because the breath is filling up. So stand tall. Sit tall, sit tall. All right, and then breathe out. And as you let go of your breath and allow your breath to exhale slowly, effortlessly, your breath will come back to natural. And now you should have a straight back, upright posture. Did that work? Yep. I can see you all got into a good posture. Great. So the first session, what we're going to do is... One second. Oopsie daisy. I had it. First session is a breathing pattern, right? And you can find it on the app under Buteyko CO2 trainer. All right, if you just look up Buteyko on the app, okay. And the first pattern is just the optimum breathing pattern. We're just going to do a few minutes of this, okay. So you just follow along with this pattern where you're breathing in with a subtle breath in. Okay, so your inhale is through your nose, but it's silent and subtle, like you're hardly even breathing. So you shouldn't take a deep breath. It should just be and it's 1 second in. So really all you're filling up is your diaphragm. So 1 second in, then you exhale for 4 seconds, and you just breathe out very slowly. So all you do is allow your breath, your exhale, to relax, right? So it's just gravity bringing your exhale down. Very slow, relax, no force. It should take about 4 seconds to exhale. And then you hold your breath for 2 seconds on your exhale. So in for 1, out for 4, hold for 2. That's the pattern. Okay. You ready? Let's do it together. You're going to follow along with the guided music. Okay. Oops. Gotta share that music. Okay, let's do it.
Welcome to the Buteyko-inspired CO2 trainer, designed to increase your CO2 tolerance, that can also help relieve feelings of anxiety and panic. So to begin, sit comfortably with your back straight and upright position, or lie down on your back with your arms by your side. And now close your eyes and draw your awareness to the sound. That's right, becoming absolutely present with the sound and the sound of my voice that shall be your guide. The idea is to take as subtle breaths as possible. No deep breathing, only breathing in and out through your nose. So follow along with the instructions, breathing in through your nose into the diaphragm with as subtle breath as possible, and making sure your exhale is relaxed, and hold your breath with no force or strain. The idea is to create a state of mild air hunger, but if at any moment it becomes too uncomfortable, then just have a rest and go back to normal breathing. That's right. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. In, hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2. 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 In.
So the hold is on the inhale.
2, 3, 4. Out, 2. In. Hold, 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 2, 3, 4. Out.
Okay, stop. Come back to normal breathing. It's a little sample of the session. So just to clarify, you breathe in for 1 second. you hold for 4, you breathe out for 2. So you can hear the counting in the music. How did some of you follow through? Let me explain to you again. I think most of you got it because it's the countings in the music. You breathe in for 1 second. You hold for 4, breathe out for 2. In for 1, hold for 4, out for 2. Make sense? Okay. Pretty simple, I think. Let's do it again. You breathe in. It's very simple. Let me show you. Okay, good. So most of you got it. So you breathe in like this. 1 second in, hold for 4, and then let go for 2. And repeat. Make sense? Yes, in the beginning, I told you the other way of doing it, which is hold on the exhale. So just follow with the hold on the inhale. In for 1 beat, hold for 4, exhale on 2. Follow the instructions in the track itself. Let's try one more time, okay? Because you can't get more simple than breathe in, hold, let go, and start again. All right? That's it. Let's go.
In, hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2. 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 In, hold, 2, 3, 4. Out.
Okay, coming back to normal breathing. Did you figure out how to do it that time? Yes. Yes. Okay. So we have many sessions like this with different breathing patterns. Yes, got high. Love it. And that was just a few minutes, all right? There's loads of little breathing patterns like that on the app. So you can try different breathing patterns out on the app like that. Now we're going to do another breathing pattern, okay, which is coherent breathing. Breathing for the perfect breath, optimum breath, because what heart math have shown, the science of heart math, that when you breathe, right, with a breathing rate of around 6 breaths per minute, it's the optimum breathing rate. So 6 breaths per minute, 6 inhales, exhales per minute for oxygenation and creating positive energy, right? And so we have a track here with a special tempo of the music that you breathe in, right, for 4 beats, out for 4 beats. You'll hear the counting in the music. Follow along the counting, right? It's timed to 6 breaths per minute, okay? It's very simple, very easy to do. All right. Let's go.
Get ready to breathe in the rhythm. 3, 2, 1. Exhale and in. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4.
Try and keep your breath as smooth and rhythmic as possible, in time with the music.
Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. 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 Out, 2, 3, 4.
If you find it difficult doing it all from your nose, you can do in through your nose and out through your mouth.
4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 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 4.
Now a little trick you can do
3.
is watch the turn.
Out, 2.
The turn between you inhale to exhale and exhale to inhale. Just observe that
3,
turn
4. Out,
and notice how that makes you feel every time you make that turn.
4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 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 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2.
Okay, slowly coming back to normal breathing.
In, 2.
Just noticing how you feel. I love this comment here. We started from the idea of madness that was generated the confusion, and now we go to our internal order. Love it. Great, nice, I feel relaxed, good, balanced, cool, relaxed now. Absolutely lovely, soothing and powerful. Amazing. Feeling light and connected, feeling empowered. So easy, so simple, right? Just in a few minutes. Easy. You can go to that at any moment. So that's the coherent breathing pattern on the SOMA Breath app. So you look up Heart Coherence Trainer and you'll find it, right? If you cannot follow this, I've seen some questions, direct messages, then you need to speak to a SOMA Breath instructor. That's it. Simple as that. You need to get somebody to help you. Like, find a SOMA Breath instructor to show you how to do it. It's very, very simple once you learn the instructions. Okay, so many tracks like that can help you get centered on our SOMA Breath app that you can go to at any moment. All right? And instructors, you can be using these techniques in your classes and introducing it to your clients, because they're amazing little tools that they can be using to stay centered throughout the day. All right? Because from that calm place, that stillness of mind, can come better ideas, more inspired thinking, and clarity. And then you start to make better decisions, and then life becomes better, right? And it's one way to start shifting through the noise, that we're getting bombarded with all the time. All right. So now let's move on to the SOMA Breath journey. Okay, it's brand new, and it's I'm going to give you a little method in this that I use now. I've been using for many years to connect to the light. Right? By light, I mean a light that represents something beyond yourself, like what you would say is a symbol of your higher power, your best version of who you are, your divine architect, whatever you want to call it, the source of all things, the ultimate knowing, right? So what I've started to get a lot of benefits from myself in my own life, and that's helped me stay strong, is having a faith that there is a light, a force of good, of truth that exists in the universe. And when I tap into that, it can help me heal, it can help me transform, it can help me do things that go beyond what I thought were possible, right? So this exercise, this session we're going to do is actually going to help you connect to this light, right? And then what you can always do is there's a little exercise in the beginning before the breath journey starts, which you can use to just connect to the light in your mind, right? Imaginary. So the more you play along with this, the more you believe it to be true. It doesn't have to be super serious, just you can have fun with it, right? The more it actually works, okay? And here's the thing, your right brain is how we communicate to the emotions, our feelings, our intuition. The right brain's also what's connected to this higher plane of intelligence. And the right brain is your feminine brain, the divine feminine, okay? And it's the part of your mind that is creative and intuitive. And whatever it believes to be true is what it will manifest, your belief system. Now, if you believe that there is a light, a source of light, and it's going to be your own light, you all have your own representation of this light, right? Yogananda talked a lot about this, a belief in the higher power, right? The entire 12 steps addiction program, which is one of the most popular and most successful addiction program, getting people off like addictions there's ever been created. It's all about the higher power, tapping in, tuning into a higher power, right? So whatever you believe to be a higher power, right? Imagine you can tap into it any time using this process, okay? You can do the whole breath journey, or you can simply, this is the exercise, is just have a representation. The first thing that comes to your mind, that there is a light, a color, right, that represents this universal truth, this higher power, this higher self, okay? And what you can do is imagine that there's a channel, right? And when I do it, I relax completely, and I see this light filling me up. I breathe in, hold my breath for a few seconds, and I let go. And I'll repeat that. Breathe in, hold, fill myself up with the lights, connect, and let go. And I see myself, visualize myself filled with this light. And something happens within you. You go into a more receptive state, and you turn off any kind of stress response by doing this practice, especially if you feel like you're being channeled by something, a higher power, a healing light. In fact, Yogananda, a lot of his work, the guy who wrote the autobiography of Yogi, very famous yogi, brought a lot of mysticism to the West. He was all about turning into a light, a healing light. He made all these healing affirmation techniques, but you can do it very simply like this. But when you bring the breath into it, and you imagine you're breathing in that light, magic really happens. So let me tell you now, for people who are new, how to do the breathwork part of this session. Okay? So again, good posture, sitting up, right? You're going to do a breathing pattern that is in, out, breathing in through your nose, letting go, no force. On your exhale, in for 2 seconds, out for 2 seconds in a perfect rhythm. You're going to breathe in this perfect rhythm, okay, for several minutes. It's going to charge you up. Then you're going to take a deep breath in, breathe all the air out, and you're going to allow all the muscles in your body to relax. Your chin's going to go to your chest. You're going to hold your breath after a full exhale, so you cannot possibly hold your breath any longer, right? You'll be instructed here on ways to increase your breath the whole time. If you feel you can't hold your breath very long, just take a breath in, breathe, hold again, until I give you the command to breathe in. And now hold on the inhale. All right, you can hold your breath on the inhale. You're going to hold your breath for several seconds, like 30 seconds plus to a minute. And then we finish with a hum. Hum. And then we end. And we do 2 rounds of that. So it's rhythmic breathing to a beat. Breath hold after exhale. Breath hold after inhale. Hum. Very simple. And all the instructions are very carefully instructed in the session. Okay? It's a brand new session. It's called Sorafe, transformation into your higher self. Right? And it's a track that you can use for this, because you're going to create a dose of intermittent hypoxia. Intermittent hypoxia creates a dose. A dose standing for anandamide, which is your own endocannabinoids. Yes, we have cannabis receptors within us. We produce endocannabinoid. Ananda means bliss in Sanskrit. Anandamide is the chemical, the endocannabinoid for bliss. Right? That's why it's called anandamide. Dose stands for dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins. These feel-good, positive neurotransmitters raises your vibration, right? And creates the perfect chemistry in your brain to change, transform, right? And at this time when we're tuned into a higher power, it's like we're being tuned by something beyond ourselves, okay? It's very powerful. So somebody just asked, are we exhaling through the mouth or nose? You can do in through your nose, out through your mouth. And then for the more advanced people here to do the rhythmic breathing, make the bliss pump where you breathe in through the sphincter. I even actually clench my fist on the inhale. And let go on the exhale. And circulate. You can even move your head up and down. Like that. Right? So you can charge it up like that as well. This is called spinal breathing. This helps release a lot of nervous tension in the spine, but also making that movement is like winding up the Kundalini energy. Okay, these are all tantric yoga techniques I've demystified a bit. Okay, because it works a lot for moving that energy, that movement of rocking up and down. Now sit up if you want to make the best experience using the spinal breathing energy locks. Lie down if you want a more passive healing experience, okay? It's up to you. And if you fall asleep doing this, it's because your nervous system needed a reset, and it means you probably need to sleep. And this was a good opportunity for you to rest, okay? So you can just keep sleeping. If you fall asleep, just stay asleep. It's all good. All right. All right. Are we ready? So safety things, don't do this if you've just had a heart attack, if you have any serious health concerns that you're worried about, have very high blood pressure and hasn't been controlled by anything like medication, or if you have serious epilepsy is not controlled, or any kind of other condition where there's a problem with breathing, that you may not be able to actually do this. So for most people, if you've got a pair of lungs and a beating heart, you can breathe, you can do this. So let's go. All right. So get ready for this brand new premiere SOMA Breath session. I think it's a masterpiece, and it features a track that is the result of me tapping into my higher power, using this energy for creativity. So the track is a collab with a very famous big name DJ called Timber, and I made the music with him. He remixed it a bit with my singer Nicole, who's one of our instructors, and it became a top 30 dance hit just over the last week, but now I've made a breathwork journey out of it. It's very cool, all right? And I manifested all this, I believe, by tuning into this light, right, which you're all about to do, and believing in magic and that magic exists, and doing work and taking action and focus, right? That's what creates the magic, all right? That's it. That's the formula. All right, so let's go.
Welcome to this SOMA Breath journey, Sorafei, a journey of transformation into your higher self. This consists of a sequence of breathing techniques that delivers a safe and effective dose of intermittent hypoxia, giving you the ability to transform yourself from inside out. With a 2 count in and a 2 count out breathing pattern followed by a breath retention phase. Just follow the simple guided instructions, breathing in through your nose, breathing out through your mouth, and holding your breath when instructed. Bring your awareness to the sound, as though the sound is all that is, here and now, in this special now moment. Allowing your thoughts to settle, becoming more and more present with this moment. Now imagine if God, the universe, the higher power, gave you a color that represents your higher self, the best version of who you are. Imagine connecting to that light right now. The first impression that comes to your mind of that color. That's right. And imagine now, with every breath you take in and out, you're charging yourself up with this light of your higher self. So let's get ready to breathe in a rhythm. Breathe in beats. That's right. 3, 2, 1. Exhale and in, 2, out, 2. In, 2, out, 2. In, 2, out,
That's right. In, keep breathing, keep connecting. Out. Charge this up. In, 2, out, 2. In, 2, out, 2. In, 2, out, 2. In, 2, out, 2. That's right. With a conscious, connected breath, with no pause between your inhale and exhale. In, 2, out, 2. In, 2, out, 2. In, 2, out. That's right. Now, deepen your breath. Making your breath longer, smoother, connecting to the rhythm. That's right, charge it up, wake it up, this inner power. 2, out, 2, 2. That's right, deepen your breath even more. 2, out, 2, 2, out, 2, 2, out, 2, 2, out, 2, 2. Keep charging up, waking it up. 2, out, 2, 2, out, 2, 2, That's right, deeper. 2, right, deepen your breath even more. 3 more breaths left. 2 more. Now 1 more breath, taking a deep breath in and breathing all the air out. Hold your breath after full exhalation. As life is just a series of inhales and exhales, as you press pause on your breath, press pause on life in this moment. Allowing the thought files to reassemble, clearing the clutter of the unconscious mind, preparing it for change. You have 60 seconds left for this breath retention phase. Now hold your breath for as long as you possibly can. But if the urge to breathe becomes overwhelming, you can take a sip in, breathe back out and keep holding until you get the command to breathe in. Relax your diaphragm, relax your chest, relax your face, your jaw, allow your shoulders to drop. Allow your chin to drop towards your chest and enjoy that moment of profound stillness. You have 20 seconds left for this breath retention phase. You are calm, you are safe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take a deep breath all the way in through your nose and hold your breath after full inhalation. Allow your diaphragm to relax, your chest to relax, your shoulders to relax. And just enjoy that moment of absolute divine stillness. That's right. Hold your breath 30 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now release with a hum. Come back to normal breathing. And get ready for round 2. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. And in. 2, out, 2, in. That's right. Deeper. Stronger. 2, out, 2. Breathing in that perfect circular rhythm to the rhythm and groove of the music. 2, out, 2, in, 2, out. That's right. Charge it up. Wake it up. 2, out. This inner power. In this power. Let go of any old energy that doesn't serve you. Maintain that rhythm. Connect it to the groove. 2, out, 2, create that bliss pump. Breathing in through the sphincter muscle, contracting on the inhale, letting go on the exhale with no force. A continuous rhythmic pump of the sphincter up on every inhale, letting go on every exhale to the rhythm and groove, the music. That's right. 2, in, 2, out, 2. Deeper. 2, out, 2, in. That's right. Charge it up. 2. Awaken. In, 2, out, 2. That's right, we're almost there. Keep going. 2, full power. 2, in, 2, out, 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 2. You have 3 breaths left until the breath retention phase. 2 breaths left. 2, out. Now 1 more breath. Take a deep breath in. Breathe all the air out and hold your breath after full exhalation, going deep within your own mind. Imagining that frequency of light is now channeling through the top of your head, through the midbrain, into every cell of your being, upgrading you at a cellular level. You have 60 seconds remaining of this breath retention phase. You are completely safe. You may feel like you're floating on a cloud. Enjoy that feeling. State of oneness and connection to all that is. Here and now in this special now moment. You're doing great. You have 20 seconds left, this breath retention phase. If you cannot hold your breath, you can take a sip in, breathe back out, and keep holding, going deeper. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now, take a deep breath all the way in. Send this energy up like a spiral of electrical light, up and up through your spine, into your midbrain. Sitting tall, upright, becoming a channel of the light. Now you can Contract up the sphincter muscles, creating a direct channel up and up to your higher self. You have 30 seconds remaining this breath retention phase. Witness the light of your higher self channeling through you into every cell of your being right now. You are safe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now release with a hum. Now, allow your breath to come to its own natural pause, where you no longer need to breathe in or out, and enjoy that moment of stillness. Allow your breath to be as it needs to be. Now, coming back to normal breathing, becoming aware of the sensations in your body, noticing any changes. Become completely relaxed, reflecting on this journey and any insights, inspiration, or ideas you've received in this moment. Become aware of them as they come from a higher place. And as we come to the end of this experience today, know that you're now connected to the light of a higher power. You can tune into this light at any moment. Just witness that color. Become a channel and breathe in that light to every cell of your being. That's right. Much love and positive energy for your day ahead. Peace. Slowly coming back round into the present moment. Know that as you leave this experience today, you shall do so connected to that light for higher power. You can tune into that light, that color, and just become a channel whenever you wish to. You can do it while you're lying in your bed. You can do it when you're even on your way in a car or on a train. You can just connect with your eyes closed to that healing light. That's right. So on a count of three coming back into full awareness. 2, open your eyes. 1, coming back to full waking awareness. Back into the present moment. All right. Great. Got some feedback coming in. John says, new favorite, really appreciate the instructions, including the length left for the hold. Good call, Niraj. Yes, this is a very thoroughly guided session. So, yeah, it's more suited for beginners for sure. This was amazing. Thank you. That was amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you so much. Feeling totally renewed. Sarah says, beautiful. Kath says, where we will find this on the app. So this will be for the paid members. It should be uploaded tomorrow. You'll see it under Sorafay. At least some point this week. It will be the next couple of days. It will be on the app. but it's only for, it's a very, very, there's a lot of production goes into that, so it's only for the paid members. Rata says, amazing, was getting green and yellow lights on the breath hold. Sarah says, I feel lots more grounded and like empowered. Amazing, Suzanne says. Sarah says, fantastic, what a treat, nothing better than SOMA Breath. And Asley, old friend, says, I didn't practice since months, now I'm back, and I saw that I still got it. Breath holds were so relaxed. Thank you, Niraj. Nice. So many cool bits of feedback. All right, well, so what this is doing is giving you a dose of intermittent hypoxia. Like the length of time on the breath hold was 1 minute 30, right? Which is quite a decent length for a breath hold. But you'll be able to go 2 minutes, 2 minutes 30 when we do longer sessions. Now, who got to the full length, 1 minute 30 of holding your breath after exhale? Anyone? Got to the full length of the breath hold? That's great. Who got to maybe say like about a minute? Okay, a lot of you got to the whole time, some of you 1 minute. Great. So between 60 and 90 seconds is when we create intermittent hypoxia, which has so many incredible health benefits, right? It increases blood flow to your brain, your heart, your organs. It increases neurogenesis. It has a cancer protecting mechanism. It strengthens your cardiovascular system, improves the efficiency of mitochondria, increases your energy, your vibration, makes you feel naturally high. So many benefits come from this one method of breath hold training, all right? So when you combine it with all the other techniques in the app, you can create some routines for yourself, which, means you can get all the benefits of the breath. It all works by, as Johan said, nitric oxide. So one of the main mechanisms, nitric oxide, is a miracle molecule for your body, has many different health benefits. It's also antiviral, antimicrobial. Helps get blood flow to all your organs, improves blood flow to cells of your body, which is essential. So many different benefits here, right, from this technique. So if you do a dose of this, a few times a day, right, like you can do just 2 as a baseline, but you can do more. You can do 4, 6, right? You can get a lot of benefits. So you just did 2 there, which is great. But if you increase the dose, you can actually increase your ability to self-heal, which is fantastic, okay? So we increase the dose when we have some things we want to work on, like healing, if we want to increase our stamina and strength, endurance. But 2 is enough as a maintenance dose, all right? Okay, and it will just reset your nervous system and help you to become, smarter, wiser in this crazy, insane world we're in right now. Amazing. Okay, so anyone got any feedback, any questions? Anyone want to speak and ask me any questions? It's always
If
good to
anyone
get
wants to
some.
speak, yes, just click the hand icon. I will give you the room with Niraj.
Also, if
But something that,
anyone's had any very powerful transformational experiences from SOMA Breath, doing our sessions regularly, even using the app, we'd love to know about that too. Okay.
yeah,
So
just
here's questions.
again, click your hand if you want to be in the room and ask Niraj anything and anything at all. You can be like whatever you want to ask. This is your moment of truth. And something that I can say is that something that I love about SOMA Breath, because a lot of people were like struggling with the faster rhythmical breathing. That will depend on everyone. Every single one of you are a different person. Like for me, when I begin doing this, I struggled with the 4/4 actually. I was struggling a lot with the slower rhythmical breathing because I came from a very stress response mode. So I was really comfortable with very fast rhythmical breathing. So for me, my issue was trying to calm down my rate of breath. So we have Natalia. Hello, Natalia.
Hi, Claudia. Hi, Niraj. Thank you so much for that. It was wonderful, as always. I just have a quick question. In the breath hold, the hold on the exhalation, my heart starts racing and it settles down a few minutes later. Is that something I should worry about, or just let it happen? Is that normal?
Is it causing any problems?
No,
So
just
do you
it
mean
is.
on the inhale or the exhale?
No, it starts on the exhalation, on the hold on the exhalation.
Towards when you get towards the end of the breath
No,
hold?
quite near the beginning, actually.
At the
I
beginning?
just wondered if it was something that anyone else
Well, that's probably
experienced.
because of the rhythmic breathing. The rhythmic breathing can elevate your heart rate. So
Okay.
the fast breathing elevates your heart rate. So then it will calm down.
Hmm.
And how is it afterwards, after the breath holds?
It settles down again.
Yeah. So it's just because of
Okay.
that, I think.
So nothing to worry
Yeah.
about.
Only if it's causing any problems, but
No,
otherwise, no.
no, I'm still here.
All right, perfect. If it feels
Cool.
good,
Thank
then
you. Yeah,
go for it.
always feels good. Thank you.
Epic.
Thank
Cool.
you. Thank you,
Thanks.
Natalia. Thank you.
All right.
So we
Thank you.
have, I don't know how to spell your name, but let me just, Karina? It is that okay, Karina? Okay.
Hello.
Niraj, it's so wonderful to see you again. I'm sorry I had a
Hello.
long stall. Sorry, there we are. Hi, it's wonderful to see you and be with you again. I had a long stall. I am in your full Breath Master program, and we got myself straightened out again. And
Oh,
so, yes, it takes quite a bit for me to come back because it's been a stressful period of time.
okay.
But the daily doses I've had on my computer and I've worked them regardless of since I've been separated from you guys, but not really energetically. We know better. And yeah, and so timing, universal timing, it is what it is. And this was so amazing in the illumination that happened through the
Yes.
channel breath all the
Yes.
way down to my cells, right out of my entire existence, and
That's
actually
it.
working with the toric field, which is not something we talk that much about. It was just friggin' amazing, and the timing is incredible. So anybody that is on the fence, really, about embracing this work, since I can only encourage you and keep inviting you to keep coming and keep working it. And the programs are wonderful, and you can pick right up if you have a slight stall. But it carried me through regardless. And so now I'm back full power,
Yeah.
and we've got everything straightened out. And I'm
Cool.
definitely going to be one of your breath masters there out there. So
Nice.
yes, thank you so much. And yes,
Welcome
you are a
back.
God. Thank you. And you are a godsend, and it is your calling, and it is a gift, and you are spot on your mission, and it's for
Thank
you to
you.
do. And thank you for doing it and stepping up. So,
Yeah.
so I'm overwhelmed at the moment, and I just love you so much and the team. So,
Oh, oh.
thank
We
you.
Thank
love
you,
you back.
Karina. We
Much
love
love,
you
Karina.
too. Welcome
Epic.
back. Thank you,
Yeah.
Karina. Thank you. Nice to
Thank
see
you.
your beautiful face again.
So, yeah, so
Okay.
that's what I was hoping someone would say is the illumination. So when you connect, I feel like you get illuminated. This light lights up. And the more it becomes like natural, and like you play with it first, but when it becomes like a natural thing where you can just connect to it, right? Where you really believe it's happened, right? You light up. It's a strange feeling. Like Karina really described that moment very well about the light coming in and exploding out, through you. So, did anyone else resonate with that? What Karina just said in terms of the light becoming illuminated. The cool thing with this, Stacey says, yes, so groovy. The cool thing with this technique is it doesn't matter if you believe in it or not. It just works anyway. It's just the mechanism of how the nervous system works, right? When you understand this code, right, you can do the most ridiculous ritual, right? As long as you got the mechanics right of this rhythmic breathing and holding your breath, it works, right? And everything else is just the drama you add on top. So it's just a science. It's a protocol. That's why it's so effective, because we can scale it. It means it's not just some hocus pocus magic trick. It's something that can be scaled amongst everybody. It doesn't matter if you believe in it or not. It still works, okay? Because it's a biology. It's physiology, all right? Cool. Anne, I almost thought we'd lost you then. I'm so glad you're back. I thought maybe one person had just made a dramatic exit live on camera, but no, she didn't. She's still here. Thank God for that. But she definitely went into a zone. I'd love to know Anne's story, where she went. She has any recollection. She went somewhere. Seems like a good place. Cool.
So we have Susanne as well, who has a question, I think.
Go for it. Yes.
Hello, Susanne. She was in my Women of Power event as well, and she just transformed so much. You need to unmute so we can hear you, but you are still mute. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I have been using SOMA Breath since beginning of the year. This year, I started with the 5-day breath transformation, and then I moved on to the menopause transformation, and also the trauma challenge as well. And I did a private session with Piotr as well. So all of those experiences together, I have now signed up for the level 1, 2 training.
Nice.
So
that's cool.
But no, I do find that it really has helped with because I'm menopausal now, and I have had several difficulties in the past. But it really, in general, SOMA Breath has really helped me with dealing with trauma and day-to-day managing of stress. Every day I do breathwork for the SOMA app in the morning now. And I do feel that energized feeling afterwards, which is cool.
Beautiful.
So yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing the training, and hopefully next year I'll go on one of the retreats. So cool.
Oh, fantastic! You're fully in. Well, soon you'll be sharing it and running your own classes and witnessing other people's transformations too, which is
it's just that great internal, I don't know how to describe the internal energizing buzz. It's great when you give yourself the time and space to do it.
100%. 100%. Amazing. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for being here today with us. And we have a question here. Does it help with sleep apnea? Does this help with
if you combine it with everything else that we teach in SOMA Breath, like if you work with an instructor, they'll take you through the breath fit protocol, through things like the 21 days, and teach you all the breathing retraining techniques and healthy breathing techniques for making your sleep more healthy, because there's a right way and a wrong way to sleep. If you combine it with all of that, then yes, this will definitely help with sleep apnea. And this technique will help like part of the problem, which is the inefficiency of using oxygen, right? When you can get that under control, the symptoms go down. But sleep apnea is also potentially a result of things like being overweight, obesity. I don't know if that's an issue for you, but it's a common one. Sleeping on your back, stuff like that. If you just sleep on your right side, sometimes losing weight can really help to minimize sleep apnea. So yes, it can. Okay. Hope that helps.
Okay. Yep. Someone else who wants to raise up the hand?
Last question, and I think we're good. Last couple of questions.
Yep. Someone.
Or feedback. Yep. Hele.
Oh, Hele. Hi. I saw you now. Yeah.
Thank you. I don't have this hand to raise up, in my
That's okay.
Hello, Niraj.
Hello.
The connected breathing. I feel the urge to move or to breathe faster than we did today. Is that is what does it mean? You know, to do it slow or to do it fast? Is there any recommendation?
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? The rhythmic breathing, the rhythm is there to, it's a more activating rhythm because it's faster than a resting breathing pattern. And the idea is to keep in time.
Yeah.
When you keep in time and you stay rhythmic, you create this coherent state, which has its own beneficial effects. And you can create this pump, like you're creating a cycle.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
No pause between inhale and exhale. It's like you feel like a pump, a whirlwind, right? You're like, I mean, a wind turbine, like winding up, right? That's the effect you're going for. So the rhythm and the counting is just to help you first have a dose of rhythmic breathing. So it measures around 20 rhythmic breaths, right? So it stops you from over breathing and hyperventilating. That's a small dose, so it's a safe amount. But also, it's like it prepares you to go really deep in the breath hold. Now, if you do faster rhythms, it's also okay, right?
1-1.
But you don't want to overdo it.
Okay.
So if you go faster, you're going to end up hyperventilating, and then it's a different technique. It's more of an emotional release technique, and also you don't want to like hyperventilate too much before you go into breath hold, because that can actually lower your. It's not going to be harmful. You just have to be more safe because you can pass out, right? Your breath hold can go so long, you can pass out, right? So that's why we keep that dose. Remember, it's like a prescription. Specific dose of rhythmic breathing followed by breath holds. 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes. That's like the sequence. Okay?
Okay.
Get it?
Thank you very much. Yes.
But if you're doing it fast, a fast rhythm, then you're going to half the time. You don't need to do 20 to 30 rhythms of the breath, rhythmic breaths, in and out, in and out. 20 to 30 of those is about enough.
Yes.
Okay? When you start doing way more than that, if it's a fast rhythm like 2-2-1-1, we get problems. Okay?
Okay.
Right? You overstress the body. Okay?
Okay.
But if you do this slow rhythmic breathing, you can do it for longer. The 4 in, 4 out. So our 4 in, 4 out sessions are longer. 4 in, 8 out are longer, and they then followed by breath hold. We may do 40, 50 breaths because it really tunes up the function of the body.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hele. Thank you. Okay, and we have Cynthia here. Cynthia, come to the room.
Thank you, Claudia. Thank you, Niraj. Thank you so much. And I put my question in the chat, but you didn't see it, so I'm going to repeat it. I was curious, really, to know the difference when you suggest to hold the breath after the inhalation and after exhalation, how this is affecting our physiology. I also noticed, and I'm a level 1 instructor, but through all the training, I always had this problem. I definitely increasing heart rate when I hold my breath. I was never able to get rid of that. I've experienced.
What's that? What happens? Say that again.
My heart rate increased.
Increases.
Yes, like the person that spoke before. Yes.
After or during?
Is immediately, but not immediately, but after a little while when I hold my breath.
Okay.
And this was through the entire training as a level 1 instructor, so it never went away, and I got a little bit scared about that. I used to do pranayama since I was a teenager, but I was used to more balancing, calming, kind of breath, like alternative nostril breathing, balancing the breath, heart coherence. So more on the calming side, not fast breathing. So I don't know if that's why, but yes, I was never able to overcome this like tachycardia that I could suddenly feel when I'm holding my breath, especially after inhalation, but it happened also after exhalation when I hold my breath. I was never able to get up to 1 minute, definitely.
Yeah, you see the thing is, what should happen is the opposite. So if you see this machine, it's going to measure my heart rate, right? So at the moment, that's my SpO2. My heart rate's like very average, 70 is going up a bit now. Okay, 79, 80. Now look, if I hold my breath after the exhale, the heart rate will go down.
I see. Mm-hmm.
So it's down to 56, 48. See, my heart rate went into the 40s. So it should go down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, what you might be noticing is you start to feel your heart beat.
Yeah, fast,
okay?
yes.
No, but it may seem to be fast.
Mm-hmm.
Do it with the machine and see what's going on.
Oh,
because when I'm holding my breath, I start to feel my heartbeat. It feels like it's beating faster, but it's not. You see, my heart rate went down to 48 beats per minute. So actually do it with the machine and see. What you may just be doing is tuning into your heartbeat more, and you think that it's beating faster. But actually measure your heart rate. Do what I just did, and see.
Yeah. Okay.
And then what happens is if you feel your heart, most people, when they feel their heartbeat, they get a little bit of anxiety.
Yeah, so
because they think something's wrong. It happens, it's very common, right? Even when people do exercise for the first time and they hear their heartbeat, that awareness suddenly scares them. And then they go, oh my God, something's in my heart. Right? I know because I used to have this problem years and years ago when I was in my teens. There's this weird phobia of my heartbeat. But now I just showed you that actually the heart rate goes down, because that's also biology. When you hold your breath on the exhale, the heart rate goes down. When you hold your breath on the inhale, the heart rate goes up. If you hyperventilate, your heart rate goes up. Okay?
Yeah. So tachycardia in my life. I get a little bit anxious about that probably, and then I can't hold.
That's what it is. A little bit of anxiety.
Yes. And so, sorry, last part. So what's the difference between holding the breath after exhalation and after inhalation? You have different practices. Sometimes after exhalation, you hold the breath, and sometimes after inhalation. So there are two different practices.
Yeah. So after exhale you've got no CO2, you've got rid of all the oxygen, CO2 from the body. So that lowers the oxygen. That's what you use to switch off, to stop, to cause a pause, to calm the mind, to still the mind, but also create intermittent hypoxia, right? That's the exhale hold. The inhale hold is stimulating. When you hold your breath on the inhale, you send blood flow up. Or you can actually send it to any organ. If you contract the muscle that you want to send the blood flow to, that's where the blood flow will go. But when you breathe in, it's a stimulation, activation. You're moving forward, right? You're sending the oxygen. You're actually saturating the blood with oxygen again. And then that oxygen, when you hold your breath, will rush into all the cells, right? Because they haven't had oxygen for a while. The oxygen levels dropped. Do you get it? So
Yes,
that
I mean,
second breath hold is where you get a big flood of oxygen coming in.
in this practice, we also suggest to squeeze the pelvic floor after inhalation.
Yes. That's to send the blood flow up to the brain.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Great.
Thank you very much. And we have the last one, Sophia.
Great.
Hi, hello. This is Sofia from Spain, Mallorca. Hi. I
Oh,
just
hello.
wanted to
We're
give,
neighbors.
hi. I wanted to give some update. Yeah, I've done the SOMA breathing twice, and it was great, really. First time I did it was the morning one, and I actually got that emotional that I started crying like mad, really. And it was like I needed to take out something, but it was not only that, I felt like I was connecting with something, really. And I got really, really emotional. I was like crying for like 2 minutes or 3 crying. It was great. And then the second time was 2 days ago, and I was going through a hard moment because I have to take decisions. I'm with a project. And I had a lot of, limiting thoughts, and I felt like something was pulling me back as well. So I decided that I had to increase my vibration like really high and take the decision from there, ask from there, test from there, connect from there, and, try to channel even. And that's what I did. I did several techniques, and one of them was the SOMA breathing with a higher self. I must say, now I have a lot more clarity. Now I know what I have to do, no fears. And I know, I feel like more straightforward without, it's like incredible, without limiting thoughts. I've been like 2 days without limiting thoughts.
Amazing.
So
There we go.
thank you very much, Niraj, for your work. Really. Thanks.
Beautiful. There we go.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the
Bravo, Sophia. Bravo,
feedback
bravo.
right there. It's the proof in the pudding. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And
Thank
if you
you.
come to Ibiza, give me a shout.
Yes, you have to come to Ibiza. In October, we have a retreat, and it's the best decision to go to that
Oh, yes.
incredible and immerse retreat. We have a retreat in Geneva as well for level 1 instructor who someone here maybe lives nearby. We have a Geneva retreat, and then Ibiza is coming in October with Niraj. So maybe you already are thinking about it, and just go to the website, and then you can see all the details. And
Yeah.
Niraj, please let us know what are you going to be doing in London in this amazing music mojo kind of fun thing that you're going to do there. Maybe people are here from London and they don't know.
Yeah, if anyone's in England and wants to come to a very epic event at the Ministry of Sound on the 17th of May, I'll be doing a very deep, powerful breathwork journey, an incredible sound system in the main room. And then my friend Seth, who has run Ecstatic Dance London for the last 16 years, will be doing the full-on ecstatic dance. It's going to be very cool. Loads of live music and instruments and very cool stuff. So come along to that. It's going to be one of the most fun weekends.
Yes, and Monica already shared the link for the Eventbrite where you can have that. And this is something that maybe you want to feel because maybe you are a musician and you can be a SOMA Breath instructor and use your music with this amazing technique. So again, SOMA Breath is not only for therapists, it's even if you're a musician, maybe you're a DJ, maybe you want to bring the magic of, music and raves and ecstatic dance and the awareness of the breath. So this is a special, way to really think. Here, Adriana is, when are you coming to Brazil? Let's bring Niraj to Brazil.
I was there last year actually, but so no plans yet for Brazil, but I'm sure I'll do it. But the thing is, what's opening up right now, there's a trend. Breathwork's become a trend, and when you start to see it coming into venues like Ministry of Sound, or like in Ibiza, I'm going to be involved with some of the big clubs here. Like, you know that this is a trend that's about to explode. So this is your chance to get in there early. And we teach you how to do things like breath raves, right? Which is like combining breath with ecstatic dance. And it's a way for you to kind of stand out. You do something cool, something different. We provide you the music and soundtracks. So you got really cool sounds. And what's a new phenomenon is the coffee raves. So people aren't going out to clubs anymore, right? They're going, or bars or pubs. They go into coffee shops and doing some raves and ecstatic dance in coffee shops. This is the next thing. It's a big wave happening. So, you know, that's a bit of inspiration to SOMA Breath instructors. Start your own coffee raves. Start some coffee parties. I've got the music. In fact, let's have a bit of a, after Azali's, I think she's got something she wants to share. Let's do a little dance. I'm going to play you one of my new tracks.
Okay. Hello, darling. You can unmute.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. First of all, I'm very happy to be here. It's wonderful to see Niraj as always. I just felt like sharing something because I thought someone might need to hear it. I have practiced SOMA Breath regularly in a period of my life, which was very challenging. And by very challenging, I mean something like death, very challenging. And I want to say that I want to emphasize the importance of practicing regularly. I mean, it's wonderful when we do it once or twice or just a week or two and then stop. But, you know, doing it regularly in a very, very tough phase gave me multi-layered benefits. And I cannot say this enough because it started with having a little bit more energy in the mornings. My breath hold time got increased and, you know, I had more energy in a very depressive period of my life. Then continuing with the practice, it becomes a mindset shift, okay? It feels like having the will power to just, you know, go back to my own life and to just be who I am. And it becomes very much like restoring mental health when you do it regularly. And when you go beyond a few weeks, then you get into a paradise, probably I can say, because then it becomes like the energy becomes different. And I remember very clearly feeling reconnected to something here, which felt like fire, but also a very, very real peace of mind. So it's not just getting high and that too, depending on which practice you choose, but also a very real peace of mind. And from there, you feel again connected to the essence, which we sometimes, we think we lose on the way, but it's there, but it just takes a little bit of a reconnection. It can take years and months at least, but with the practice, the body, the mind embodied together, having this experience regularly every day. I did it every day for more than a year. And then I continued with it 2-3 times a week. So when it's done like that, the benefit gets really beyond words. So I just felt called to say thank you very much for everything. I can't say it enough. I'm very grateful, like for life, forever. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you should go and meet Brooke in Istanbul, one of my actual assistants. Brooke's moved to Istanbul and she's going to be doing every week a SOMA Breath session. So you should connect.
How can I reach her?
I'll introduce you on WhatsApp. I'll send you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Contacts.
Wow. That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, she's really cool.
Thank
You'll love
you.
her. She's very cool. All right. Amazing.
Okay.
That's it. Well,
are we ready to shake, to rave, to yes.
Dance
and to just break up the
and breathe and connect and just have fun, right? So
and
the idea of ecstatic dance. Yeah, the idea of ecstatic dance is like you dance like nobody's watching. So there's no judgment, no shame. You just go wild, and there's no special dance moves to learn or anything. You just rave. That's it, and that's it. And nobody judges each other, and everyone has fun. So you ready?
Exactly.
So let's get up. Let's do it.
Okay. Get up.
My brand new song.
Get up and dance. Community. Yes. Yes. Rise up, LOVE. Put awareness in your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Yes. Yes. Breathe in and out. Your body is a vessel. To your breath. Breathe. Three, two, one. Woo, woo, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Great stuff. Brand new song.
Thank you, community.
Will be added to Big for instructors very soon, as well as a bunch of new productions. Love you all very much.
Thank you, Niraj, for a beautiful session. Remember, people, don't wait. See, dying for sex. Don't wait too much. Life is today. It's now. Now it's happening. You choose yourself every single time.
Did Claudia just say she's dying for sex?
I am. Always.
That's what it sounded
Love
like.
you all. Love you all.
Cool.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Love you all.
Have a beautiful Sunday. See you soon. Beautiful community. Peace.